The Denver Broncos are making some big-time changes in training camp. But before we talk about that, guys, I want to shout out the affiliate partner for today's video, Green Gridiron Helmets. Use code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below, to save off your first purchase on authentic NFL helmets. From small replicas like this one behind me to full-size authentic helmets, they've got it all. Again, that is code DENSYN, DENSYN, link in the description below to save off your first purchase from Green Gridiron Helmets. Thank you so much to them. And now back to your regularly scheduled programming. We already knew going into this season that the run game was going to look different from a personnel perspective with the additions of J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey. But from a schematic perspective, it seems that the Broncos are making some big-time shifts in their philosophy. I want to go ahead and bring in this tweet from Luca Evans of the Denver Post. I was hesitant to talk about this at first just because I didn't want to give away too much schematically and get in trouble with the team, but Garrett Bowles said some stuff publicly that's on the record for other teams to see, so I feel like I can elaborate on it now without giving away too much. Bowles said in his presser that the Broncos are putting a heavy emphasis on the outside zone rushing game this year, which is a change from a year ago. The Broncos were leaning into the outside zone run towards the back half of the year, but it's different from what Sean Payton has been accustomed to in his entire career. All those years in New Orleans, he was more of a gap and power rush scheme. Sometimes he'd mix in inside zone, but you didn't see outside zone too often with Sean Payton in New Orleans. This year, here in Denver, the Broncos have personnel in their running back room who really fit the outside zone rushing scheme. J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey are both good outside runners. And just in case you're not familiar with what the outside zone rushing scheme looks like, for decades here in Denver, that was the bread and butter run concept under Mike Shanahan, then under Gary Kubiak. Nathaniel Hackett did some of that stuff as well in 2022. So we've run that stuff in Denver for a long time. All of the play action, the bootlegs, all of the RPOs that come off of it, no doubt Sean Payton is going to lean into that, as well as some of the other runs that you can use to build off of your outside zone. I want to go ahead and bring in the rushing concepts that the Broncos called last year in terms of percentages. Again, like I said, they leaned into outside zone a little bit more than I expected them to. 30.2% of their runs were outside zone, 15th most in the league, but they still called a lot of inside zone, a lot of man concepts like duo and stuff like that. 18.5% of the time they called inside zone, and 19.5% of the time they called man runs. Then you've got your power. Counter's going to be one that's definitely going to go up this year, I feel like, because you can't run inside zone or you can't run outside zone without running counter. Counter is the main counter, literally, off of outside zone. So they're hand in glove, and you're going to run both of them together. Draw 2.6% of the time. Pin and pull 9.4% of the time. They only called trap 1.6% of the time, and I feel like Sean would like to call trap a little bit more just because they have good guards that they can get on the move in Quinn Miners and Ben Powers. They had 2.3% of their runs be trick runs, and then 3.3% of their runs were quarterback sneaks. So I think we're going to see this outside zone rushing number go up into the 40s. Wouldn't surprise me at all if they're a top 10 team in terms of calling outside zone because they've got the personnel that fits it. J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey aren't really physical, aggressive downhill runners. Dobbins is more so than Harvey is, but I feel like Denver just feels like they're going to get a lot more production out of their run game if they make this switch to more of an outside zone scheme. I'm looking forward to seeing what that ultimately looks like on Sundays. Looking forward to all the stuff that Sean Payton builds off of it, the bootlegs, the RPOs. It's going to be really exciting having even more easy buttons for Bo Nix to operate this offense with. And when you need 5 yards on first down and 10, it's going to be really easy to get it with all of those plays that come with outside zone. All right, guys, let me know in the comments section below. How do you feel about the schematic shift that the Denver Broncos are doing right now? Do you think that it makes sense given their personnel that they have in the running back room? Or do you think that they should go back to more of a power run scheme and try to get physical and aggressive downhill that way? Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. And if you want to go above and beyond in supporting the channel, please consider becoming a channel member today. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It is not mandatory, but if you want to go above and beyond in exchange for some perks and incentives, help improve the production quality of these videos, it would be an awesome thing for you to do. Again, link in the description below if you want to go ahead and become a member today. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.